Hey, everybody. It is yours truly, Dr. Shamika Dean. Y'all come on in. As you are tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. You know, what part of the world did you stop what you were doing and say, let me go see what Dr. Dean is talking about because I know she's about to bless my whole life. Because that's what I do when I come on this live. I don't come on here just to come on here talking about what I'm talking about. I come on here to give you something that is going to get you in alignment to make the impact and the income that you were created to make. And so, if you're new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your favorite marketing solutionist, and I help service based entrepreneurs to shift from sporadic to systematic six figures in their business. I do this by teaching them how to master their marketing, how to create a scalable solution so that they're able to make more money without increasing their workload. And then I teach them how to automate up to 90% of their marketing and sales so that they only have to work 10% of the time. Because I want you to make sure that you can have it all, right? That means that you can have the business that you want without burning your whole life to the ground. All right. So if that's the type of life that you're about, then type yes, yes in the chat box, in the comment section, and we're going to get started. Hey, Tina. Hey, Miss Edwards, Mustard Seed Photography, Crystal Day, Tina Deshay, Shamika, Uniquely Different. All of you amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. Let me know if I'm clear. Let me know if you can hear me well before I get started, because this is going to go from good to great and greater. All right. So I want to make sure that you can actually hear me before I get started here. Let's see. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Give me okay. Yes, yes. All right. I'm clear. Hey, Whitney. All right. So first and foremost, y'all celebrate with the doc because our VIP for Market Like a Mogul, the takeover, is sold out. Yes, yes. So again, I'm hosting a 3-day live event where I'm teaching service-based entrepreneurs how to build a six-figure program launch in just 3 days. And so we are already sold out for our VIP, but we still have some regular administration, some general administration spots left. And so you want to make sure that you go ahead and get in the room because you only have until Friday the 10th to actually secure your spot. Okay. And so again, VIP is sold out, but we still have some room. Listen, it doesn't matter where you're sitting. You're going to get your whole life and legacy change fooling with Dr. Dean. Okay. So thank you so much for celebrating with me. All right. So go to shamikadean.com to register, or you can go straight to marketlikeamogul.live.com. That's market like a mogul, MOGUL, live, LIV as in Victor E.com, or go to shamikadean.com and get your spot. Hey, Bouillons. All right. So if y'all are ready to jump into how to convert 10K offers on autopilot, type ready in the comments section because I'm about to help y'all today, give y'all some good stuff, some great strategy that you can use right now, so that you can start, excuse me, converting 10K clients on autopilot. Y'all ready? All right. Whitney is ready. Hey, Hudson. Hey, Hector. Hudson, Hector. So first things first, this is where I see a lot of people mess it up at, is you're going to have to establish your experience in the industry, right? A lot of people say establish your expertise, but here's what I have learned that most people struggle with. A lot of people align their expertise with their experience, but they discredit their experience when they come into entrepreneurship or when it's time for them to increase their rates, because they're trying to think about how long they've been doing that one particular thing, like on that one particular job. But here's the thing about establishing your experience. Somebody type I am experienced in the comment section. Because here's the thing about establishing your experience. A lot of you have misrepresented yourself and devalued yourself because you have not calculated all of your experience into the equation when you are actually setting your prices. So let's think about this, right? So you're saying, well, I've just gotten in entrepreneurship within the last year, so I'm not really ready to charge that amount. Here's the thing. I want you to understand this. Just because you just got into entrepreneurship doesn't mean that you don't have the experience to execute and help people get results. If you are helping people to get results with what you have been taught, then you are qualified. If you have a proven process and you have taken multiple people through this process and they are consistently getting results, then you have the experience. So a lot of people, again, you spent 20, 25 years in corporate America teaching marketing to major corporations and companies, and then you get into entrepreneurship and you devalue yourself because you just got into entrepreneurship. But you've been doing the same thing for 20 years. You've been doing the same thing for 10 years. You have 10, 15 years of experience, right? So just because you just got into entrepreneurship does not mean that you have to devalue your experience because you just got into entrepreneurship. Okay, so establish your experience. The other thing is that the education also equates to your experience. Some of you have college degrees that you have went to college and you spent thousands and thousands of dollars for, and you've been doing this stuff and learning this skill and this trade because you spent the 4 to 6 to 8 years in college to learn how to be better at this, and you still want to charge people as if you just got into the game. So somebody type in the chat box, establish your experience. All right, that's one of the ways that you're going to be able to convert 10K clients on autopilot, because you now are building the confidence that you need to convert at that level, right? Conversion has everything to do with confidence. Do y'all hear me? Hear me and hear me well. Hey, LaTanya. Hey, Lexi. Yeah. So number one, again, is establish your experience, because that's going to give you the confidence to convert. Conversion has everything to do with confidence. It takes confidence to convert. Please put that in the comments. Confidence to convert. Okay. So when you have that confidence, you're going to show up differently. When you have that confidence and you're presenting your offer to people, they're going to see the confidence that you have. They're going to believe in exactly what you say you can do. And it's going to be so much easier for you to start converting them on autopilot. All right. So thank you again so much for tuning in. What we're covering today is how to convert 10K clients on autopilot. Yes, it takes confidence to convert, because my coach, Danielle, she says that confidence will sell more than your skills ever will. And that is known. That is true. People come to you because they are confident in what you believe that you are able to do. And they are convinced that you're able to do it by how confidently you show up in that space. But you can't really be confident if you don't have that internally. And you can't really be confident if you really don't know how to establish your experience. So that's why when we get to Market Like a Mogul next week, we're going to be talking about those mindset shifts that you need to make so that you can actually convert 10K clients on autopilot and get to your 6-figure mark a whole lot sooner. Okay. Yes. Tiffany says something very powerful here. She says 26 years running someone else's business, and then you get into entrepreneurship the first year and you disqualify yourself because now you're trying to build the business on your own. What? No, that's what we're not going to do. Okay. So if this is speaking to you and you're like, yes, I need more confidence, give me a 1 in the comment section. And then we're going to go to the next point. All right. Yes. Establish your experience is the first point, and how you begin to convert 10K clients on autopilot. And the reason, again, is because you need to build your confidence through one of the ways that you build your confidence is through your experience, and it takes confidence to convert. All right. I see some ones. I see Tiffany. I see Linda. I see Tina. I see Shamia. I see Miss Edwards. All right. Hey, Angela. All right. So now we're going to go to the next thing that you need to have in place in order to convert 10K clients on autopilot. Number 2 is you need one offer to one audience using one method. All right. So put this in the chat box, because I want to make sure y'all are listening to me, because again, I'm giving you crazy value here. And all the more reason why you need to make sure that you go to marketlikeamogullive.com and join us next week in Atlanta, Georgia for our 3-day experience. So we can teach you how to shift from 6 figures a year to 6-figure launches. And you can learn more about converting 10K clients on autopilot. So again, you need one offer to one audience using one method. All right. One offer to one audience using one method. A lot of the reasons why you're not able to convert consistently, and especially convert 10K clients, is because a person who's getting ready to invest 5 figures into you is looking for you to be consistent in the one thing, because they're looking for someone to specialize in one thing that they are struggling with, that they're looking for a full solution for. And so when you show up online and you're promoting 18 different offers, right? Trying to reach a whole lot of different people. That tells that five-figure investor that you don't have the confidence or the clarity to help them convert, which means that you don't have the confidence or the clarity that they are looking for and that they can trust, that's going to help them get the transformation that they're looking for in their business and their life or whatever area of expertise you have, right? Also, you're trying to master a whole lot of different methods at one time. You need to work with one thing, focus on one offer to one audience using one method so that you can convert consistently. Here's why. When you're trying to implement a whole lot of different methods, right? You're not going to be able to generate the data that you need that's going to give you the directions to dollars. Okay? Because you need numbers, you need data, you need information so that you can continue to fine tune your offer, fine tune your audience, and fine tune your method of conversion. All right. So you're trying to do so many different things. It's confusing you. It's confusing the audience. They don't have the confidence that they need. You don't have the data that you need to get the direction to dollars. So you don't have any of those things. And those things are absolutely necessary. Hey, Tamasha, those things are absolutely necessary for you to convert 10K clients on autopilot. All right. One thing Dr. Dean can do is convert a 10K client with ease. Okay. And I'm sharing with you all how I've been able to do that, right? Because when I was doing the things that I'm now telling you all, when I was doing the opposite of the things that I'm now telling you all to do, your girl was struggling. There was no consistency. I'm out here just winging it to win it. I didn't have anything, right? I'm struggling to get the next client, hustling, tired, frustrated, wanting to quit, give up, and all those things because I was doing the opposite of what I'm now telling you all to do, okay? If you're ready for the next step, type next in the comments. Hey, Miss West. How are you? As you're tuning in, keep commenting. Let me know you're tuning in from, and also make sure that you share and invite others to join us. Yes, it takes confidence to convert. Hey, Whitney, I see you over here on Facebook. Angela says, says I can relate. Miss Edwards says, next. Okay. And then Lexi, I'm sorry, says it takes confidence to convert. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And I know I'm talking fast, you all, but just bear with me. I have been on a whole journey today, and I committed to doing this live. And so I said, let me get on here and do what I need to do. Okay. Shamia says, this is giving me life. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Miss Warren, Miss Delphinita. Miss NADIBIP. All right. The next thing is that you need a streamlined system for sales. And so when people are ready to invest again at their level, they're looking for a system that is not complicated, right? A system that's easy to use, and also a streamlined system. So that means that everything is congruent, it's cohesive, everything is in alignment. There are not saying that there won't be hiccups here or there, right? But they know exactly where to go to buy. They know exactly what their investment is. They know exactly if there's a monthly payment. They know what the next step is. So a part of streamlining your sales process is always thinking about the next step. What's the next step? What question could that potential client have? What could keep them from actually converting, keep them from buying? So you need a streamlined system for sales, okay? A lot of you all have a complicated sales process, and it is not simplified, right? So when the person wants to do business with you or they're ready to invest, right, they have to wait on you to send the invoice. Then they have to wait on you to send the contract. They got to get 3 to 4 emails before they can even spend money with you. So you're confusing them. You're giving them time to talk themselves out of the investment because you don't have a streamlined system for sales. Yes, keep it simple. Absolutely. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, so keep it simple. All right. So for those of you all who are just tuning in, what we're talking about is how to convert 10K clients on autopilot. So if you're just tuning in, you missed a couple of steps that we've already covered, which is establish your experience. So you want to go back and watch the replay. I'll leave this one up. You want to establish your experience. because you're establishing your experience is going to build your confidence, and you need confidence to convert. You also need to have one offer to one audience using one conversion method. Okay. So again, one offer to one audience using one conversion method. Then now we're on streamlining your sales. So you need a streamlined system for sales. All right. So those are the three things that we have covered. Again, if you just tuned in, you want to go back and watch the replay. And you also want to make sure that if you haven't secured your spot for Market Like a Mogul, the takeover in Atlanta, Georgia next week, you only have until Friday the 10th. So you have like 4 more days to get your spot and learn how to build your 6-figure program launch in just 3 days. So you don't want to miss this move because it's a whole takeover. All right. Now, the other thing is that you want to master your high level messaging. Okay. Master your high level messaging. And so here's where a lot of people miss this part with their messaging, is because you don't realize that you're not using a high level messaging. So more than likely, you're probably still leading with the pain and the problem in your messaging, and you're leaving people right there because you've listened to people who've told you, people will pay to stop a pain. People will pay to solve a problem. And yes, they will. However, high level messaging has a completely different tone, and it has a completely different language, okay? Because high level messaging, can take people beyond the pain and the problem. The reason that pain and the problem only messaging does not convert high ticket clients or 10K clients is because most people, let me help y'all, this is psychology. So it's psychologically, most people have a high tolerance level for pain. They've already taught themselves how to adapt to that pain and keep moving in spite of the pain. So messaging that only speaks to the pain and the problems that they are having is not enough to make them convert. And people who are at that level and ready to invest 10K, they already know what their pain is. They already know what the problem is. So what they're looking at is, can you help me? Can you truly help me? And if you can truly help me, you should be able to communicate that clearly in your marketing message. When your marketing message is done effectively, y'all hear me and hear me well. Okay. When your marketing is done effectively, okay, it actually does 95% of the conversion for you. Listen, somebody put 95% in the chat box. Please put 95%. When you have created an effective marketing strategy, a marketing message, when your messaging is done right, it does 95% of the conversion for you. So that means that by the time they get to the button to pay, or by the time they get on the call with you, the only thing they need to know is, what is the investment amount and what are the deliverables? But if you've done it correctly, then they already have the deliverables, right? However, some of them may still want to know, like, okay, what did you say? Like, how many times we're going to meet? What all the, they want to know that. They may. But if you're on a sales call for more than 15 minutes, if you're on that call for 20 minutes, the call for 5 minutes too long. Because that's what an effective marketing message and strategy does. It gets people on the phone. By the time they get there, they're already hungry. You've already done all of the work in your messaging. When they get on that call, they're like, I already know you're my coach. When I get on the calls with clients, they literally just want to know, what is the investment? When can I start? You know why? Because they come with their mind already made up that I am their coach. Here's a prime example. Angela just commented on Instagram and says, I need you to be my coach. So you know what? When Angela and I get on the phone call, or when Angela comes to Market Like a Mogul, she's going to say, what's the next step? What do I need to do to work with you? That's what an effective marketing message does. If your message, when people get on the call, they still have questions that could have been resolved in your marketing method, in your marketing message, that means that your messaging strategy has not been completed. That means that there's still work to do. So if they're coming and saying, well, how is this going to help me? How's this going to change my life? How am I going to get results? Though, if they're coming with those types of questions, you have not crafted an effective marketing message. All right. And so when you do that, you will convert on autopilot, because again, now they just want to know, where's my invoice? How can I pay you? When do I start? That's the kind of people. That's when you know your messaging has done what it's supposed to do. Okay. All right. So that's all I have. A good 20 minutes. Listen, to help you all, show you what you need to do to convert 10K clients on autopilot. And what you need to do to learn more about this is join my team and I next week in Atlanta, Georgia at Market Like a Mogul, the Takeover. Go to shamikadean.com, or you can just go to my bio here on Instagram, or you can go to marketlikeamogullive.com and get your ticket. Again, you only have 4 more days. Somebody type 4 days. You only have 4 days to get in the room. Okay. Only 4 more days to get in the room. See, Linda over here on YouTube says, we want more. Linda, you can get so much more by joining us next week in Atlanta, Georgia, June 16th through 18th. 3 full days. You cannot beat the investment amount. I'm telling you, within probably the first hour, hour and a half, you're going to already have gotten the value of your investment back in just the first hour, hour and a half of being at that event. Okay. But you only have 4 days to get in the room. So you want to make sure that you go again and secure your spot now. If you have any additional questions about the event, you can just shoot me a quick DM or an inbox and I will answer those questions for you. But she says she's about to go. I'm about to pass out. Listen, when you're giving these kind of gems and jewels, this type of value, it doesn't even take all day to do it, right? Because I'm a whole vessel, a well of information and wealth and knowledge and wisdom about marketing and what it actually takes to convert. And I'm again teaching you strategies on what you need to do to convert 10K clients on autopilot. And so again, for more of this goodness and these gems and jewels and all of that, you need to be in the room. I cannot stress it anymore, because the rooms you sit in are a reflection of the revenue that you are going to receive. And that's why we said, no, we're not doing a virtual option. We want people in those seats, because not only is your bank account going to improve, but your whole life and legacy is about to change. There's transformation that's going to happen at that event that you will not experience anywhere else. When I tell you anywhere else, we had a call and the people on the call were like, oh my God, they are so ready to get in the room. They are so excited. And that is because the experience for them, those who register, once you register, the experience begins when you register. So you don't even have to wait until you get there. Because we want to prepare you for what's coming. And so yes, the room you sit in are a reflection of the revenue that you'll receive. And that's why you need to be there. Listen, no delays. You've already heard everything that you need to hear. Now it's time for you to make the next best decision for your life and secure your spot at Market Like a Mogul Live, the Takeover. Again, 4 days left to register. That's it. And that's all. So once the registration closes, there's no more doors that's going to be open. And like I tell people, you can't say, well, I'll just catch it the next time. Let me tell you, every experience is different. And if you feel the urge and the pull right now, that means that this is your time, right? One of the things we got to stop doing is operating from our next when we should be from our now when we should be preparing for what's next, right? When we should already position ourselves for all the things that we've been praying for and the things that we've been preparing for. You got to position yourself with the right people. You have to position yourself with the right information. You have to position yourself with the right opportunities, because opportunities don't keep coming. You have to seize the moments. You have to say, no matter what, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right now, because what I do now determines what happens next. So the decision is yours. Are you going to keep delaying and extending what can be expedited when you get in the right room? Are you going to keep putting off, for next time what needs to happen right now? That's what you have to start doing. You're not going to always get those opportunities. You're not. I wish we would stop saying that, because time does not owe us anything, and it's not going to stop moving. And if you don't make a decision to move now, guess what? You can be in the same or worse place, or a worse place a year from now, wishing you had moved in, but you decided that a little opposition or a little fear, you're going to let that stop you. No, when you make the decision to change the trajectory of your life, yes, opposition happens. That's the evidence that you did what needed to be done so that you can elevate above it. That's what that looks like, right? So you're like, oh, well, I'm going to think about it. I'm considering it. No, it's time to move and make decisions. If I didn't make decisions in spite of opposition or in spite of fear or in spite of all of those things, then I wouldn't be where I am right now today. Right? Every person that you admire, that you see that's living the life and achieving, accomplishing the goals that you desire to have, they made a decision to move, and they moved immediately, because delay to move means delay of manifestation. So think about that. When you delay to move, you delay manifestation. So the real question you need to be asking yourself is, can I afford to miss this opportunity? Can somebody put that in the chat box for me? Can I afford to miss this opportunity? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. Can I afford to miss it? Because when you look at your life right now, are you where you want to be? Are you where you want to be? So can you afford to miss it? That's the question you need to ask. Can you afford to delay? That's the question you need to be asking. Can you afford to let fear be the guiding factor for you? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. Can I really afford to miss this opportunity? And so if you're watching this video, I don't believe in anything by happenstance or coincidence. I believe that this video was done at this time for you to come on, because you know you need to be in the room at Market Like a Mogul next week, June 16th through 18th in Atlanta, Georgia. You know you need to be there. All right. And so how are you going to get there? MarketLikeAMogulLive.com. It's in the caption of this video for those on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And it is in the bio for those who are on Instagram. You just click the link, go there, sign up, get in the room. It's $4.97 for all 3 days, and your whole life and legacy is about to be changed. Is it worth $4.97? That's what you have to really say. Is it worth it? Right? And that's all I have for you all today. Let me get off here, wrap this thing up. And I love you all immensely and intensely. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in today. And I'm excited about seeing you all there. I'm so excited about seeing you in the room. Whatever you have to do to get there so that your whole life and legacy can be changed. Boom, boom. That's it. All right. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.